I grew up here in Santa Barbara, California, right next to Rincon, and I literally grew up in the surfboard factory. My parents opened it up around 1970. Our world was so surfboards and Channel Islands. I can remember just standing outside my dad's shaping room door for hours, and I would just watch him. Probably spent literally hundreds and hundreds of hours watching. And at some point, it just felt really natural to me. Like in my late teens, I was like, I want to do that. Imagine learning to shape with Al Merrick. Like, he would come in and critique it, and I mean, it was like a little tiny curve on the rail. He'd show me that, and that's gonna catch water right there. And I was like, oh, I can't even see it. But it was demanding, but really good, and I just feel super privileged now to have been able to shape in the room next to my dad for years and years. His main thing for me was just learn how to use your tools, learn how to, make all the parts of the board right. And then when it comes to the most important part of the board, which is a rocker, he's like, I can put you right there. He was working with Kelly at the time, and like that's when stuff was really advancing and rockers were getting really curved. And in my dad's mind, and in my mind as well, the rocker is everything. Nothing else matters on a board if the rocker isn't right. And I think that's why we're so into high performance surfboards, because a rocker is so critical. It's one thing just to make a board with a flat rocker and go down line, that's cool. But to bring everything together for super high performance surfing is something. Well, this is our little family ranch here. We live just behind Rincon, and the factory is just over that hill right there. And this is my shaping room. I shape at home, and the guys that I work with come here. Dane lives just another hill over, and he comes over all the time. We work on his boards. Here's his recent favorite one. So this is Dane's model, the black and white. And so it's just designed to be a really fast board and also paddle really well. It's got a flat deck and a full rail, which Dane likes. 6.0, 19 and an 1/8, and 2 and 7/16. I was Dane's first shaper when he was a Grom, and I shaped for him for years when he was a teenager. Dane's just probably the most fun guy to work with for me as far as that level of surfing. He just is on kind of a different level with being able to give feedback and discern what's going on. And he's tough. He's really not picky in a bad way about boards, but he knows what he wants to feel. So he really pushes me and challenges me. Welcome to Channel Islands Factory. This is our factory in Carpinteria, right next to Rincon. This is kind of the office here. Over here is one of our shaping machines. Lots of blanks. Here's some of our shaping rooms. We have a lot of shaping rooms here, but here's a couple of them. This is one that my dad shaped in for years. This is Simon Kyle. He's one of our main shapers, one of the best shapers you'll ever see in the world. Simon shapes boards for a lot of our top team riders, and he's been here for years and years and years. He's one of our resident experts. He knows everything about boards beginning to end, and he's teaching us all the time. Worked really closely with my dad for years, and he's one of my mentors that I look up to. We have a long history at Channel Islands with my dad and my parents starting it in 1969. And my dad's passion was always the surfers. It wasn't about like him or his ego or his designs. It was like, what does Tom want to do on a wave? What does Tom want to feel? What does Kelly want to do? What does Kelly want to feel? And he always felt like his job was to allow the surfers to do exactly what they want to do in their mind. So that was his passion. All of that doesn't only create the ethos, but like that's gain knowledge that we all have, and everyone that works at the factory, we have that cumulative knowledge of working with so many great surfers, guys and girls over the years. So many great craftsmen too over the years that have been a part of it. So there's a lot of history in Channel Islands. The biggest thing I've learned in my shaping career, and the most important thing my dad passed on to me, are probably the same. One is to be humble and be grateful. What we get to do is a blessing, and we love surfing. So to make surfboards is like a gift and an honor and a privilege. And my dad taught me that. I'm really grateful to work for a great company with great surfers. Like, that humbles me that I get to do that.